to make my tiramisu cheesecake.
This is definitely one of the favourite recipes I've ever written. It's my favourite cheesecake by far, and I'm sure you're going to love it too. So I start off any cheesecake with the base, and I have digestives in my food processor, and I'm going to make them a really fine crumb and then add in my melted butter. You can of course just do this in a bowl with a rolling pin and then stir in the butter yourself. I then pour the biscuit mixture onto the base of my 8-inch springform tin, and then you want to make sure to press this down nice and firmly. And then you want to leave this to the side for now. I have then dissolved my coffee in some boiling water with my coffee liqueur. If you don't use this, just use boiling water, and of course you can use any coffee liqueur you like, but make sure to let it cool first. So to make the cheesecake part, I'm adding my mascarpone to a bowl, my vanilla, my icing sugar, and my coffee liqueur. And I'm going to whisk these until combined. I'm then going to add in my double cream, and you want to whisk this until nice and thick. You then want to add half of the cheesecake to the top of the biscuit base, and you want to spread this until even. You then want to grab your sponge fingers and soak them in the coffee liqueur and coffee mix, drain them off, and then add them to the cheesecake. And once you have covered your layer in this coffee-soaked sponge fingers, you then want to add on the rest of your cheesecake mix. Make sure to pack the cheesecake mix into the sides of the tin. Once the tin is nice and full, you want to leave this to set overnight. I'm now back the next day and my cheesecake is set in the fridge, and I'm just making the topping, which is double cream, icing sugar and vanilla, and we're going to whip this to soft peaks to be able to pipe on top. Just going to smooth down the sides slightly if it needs it with a knife. And then I'm just going to carefully pipe my whipped cream on top. And then I have my cocoa powder, and I'm just going to sift it over the top. And there you have my tiramisu cheesecake.